that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 million bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated yourself, I never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 62 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. 18 gator. Here we go.
This time Jackson will throw it. For Marshall, that's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
I got you. Watch twitch. Watch the twitch.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ready. Check. 59. Let's go.
They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson escaping and a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Agba drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Corey Vedvik now set to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes rolling to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Being chased out left. He's got his man. That's Hardman. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 53 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they will run it with Michelle. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Coming to you, coming to you.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Agba able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's taken on the 25. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits.
Well, the ball is out. Michel lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Jackson. Now he'll escape to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Frank Clark, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They go play action now. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. As we start to look ahead, Charles, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Mahomes firing complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sony Michel with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
You got it.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Check 50. Check 50.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is Hill's hit, and he lost the football. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Let's get it. Here we go. 44. Pittsburgh. Mike, 44. Let's go. Come on. Shit.
On second and 11 now. Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards. Hits this running back, Pirine, down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw again is Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And it's Michel once again. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Now he's forced out left. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Let's go, dude.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Frank Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught at the 10. A big play that time for the Ravens. 53 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run it. This is Michel. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Michel. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Fofo's to Mike. Mike's Fofo. Time to go. Night, night. Dude, hit him all. West.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he finds Austin complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Jackson now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Jackson, flushed out right. Completes it to Austin. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson got a man. It's Brown.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throwing now. Jackson on 1st down. Got a man. That's Trent Sherfield. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 25. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. Quick hitter here. It's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
Looking to throw, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's got this down to the 35. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 56. Here we go.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Here we go.
Mahomes to throw once more. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something."
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw. He's got a man. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Check. That's it. Mike Fofo.
Here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. The ball comes out, and this will go out of bounds, so no recovery, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, the Lombardi Trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit. Right now, the Lamar Hunt has to feel good to hold.
Oh, it's got to feel great for them. And remember, Lamar Hunt helped create the American Football League, which became, of course, in most part, the American Football Conference. And he's the one who gave us the name Super Bowl.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.